everyone, welcome back to Frenchies Bakery. Today we're going to be making a giant pencil cake to start off the school year. I've actually wanted to make this cake for the last 2 years, but I never got around to it, and I figured this is the year we're gonna do it. We're gonna have a lot of fun with it. It's gonna be really cool, and it's gonna be a lot of fun to eat, of course. So the first thing we're going to do to start off our pencil is obviously bake off the cake layers. We need a cake to work with here. So I have two 6-inch rounds here. These are red velvet. I had them chilling in my freezer, and I made a little bit too much red velvet cake batter a few weeks ago. Put these in my freezer because I figured I can always make a video with them, and here I am. So this is going to be the eraser part. Ideally, I would like for these to be pink, but this is the best I got, so we're gonna work with some red velvet for the eraser. And then for the actual pencil itself, I have some vanilla cake batter here. I added in 1 drop of yellow food coloring. It made this gorgeous yellow color. And I added it into 4 6-inch cake rounds. And then I'm also going to make a white layer. So I added about 2 drops of white food coloring to some vanilla cake batter. And I made 1 5-inch cake layer, and I filled it up about halfway. So this is going to be a little bit thicker of a cake layer. And then for the last part, is going to be black. So this is actually chocolate cake. I added about 3 drops of black food coloring to it, and we are going to fill up a 4-inch cake round, and we're going to fill it up about 3/4 of the way full, so it's a lot of cake, so we can work with it and make a nice pointy edge for the tip of the pencil. So I'm going to bake off all of those cake layers, let them cool completely, and then we will work on our crumb coat. All right, so I have my black cake layer here. So this is going to be the tip of the pencil, and I am going to shave it so it is a point, just like the tip of a pencil. So I'm just going to work my way around it just to make it a nice sharp tip. Have a nice point to our pencil, we are going to start our crumb coat. So I'm gonna crumb coat the whole entire cake in yellow buttercream just to make things easy. It'll be nice whenever you cut into it. I mean, it would be nice whenever you cut into it to have the pink layer and the yellow layer and the white layer and the black layer, but just to make things easier, we're just gonna do all yellow. It's not a big deal. Typically, I would normally always crumb coat my cakes in white, but I figured cutting into it and having those nice yellow buttercream layers would be nice. So that's what we're gonna do. I will link my buttercream above here for you guys. Really short, sweet, simple, awesome video. The buttercream turns out perfect every single time. I give you guys nice bakery tips and tricks, and it's just a great fun time. So go ahead and check that out. So we're going to crumb coat our cake now. I'm just going to fill in between the layers and make the edges nice and smooth, and we will pop it into the freezer for about 15 minutes for it to get nice and firm. So we have our crumb coat on. It was chilling in the freezer for about 15 minutes. So now I'm going to put on 1 last layer of yellow, and I'm just gonna make it nice and smooth, and then we will add on all of the details to make it look like a pencil. Now we are going to add on the detail of the pencil. So it's all crumb coated, all iced with the yellow icing, ready to go. And we are going to add on all of the details to make it look like a pencil. So I'm not gonna lie, whenever I was crumb coating this, Mike came in and he was like, what on earth is that? And I was terrified. I was like, oh my gosh, is this gonna look like a pencil? But now I can see it, it's turning out, it's going good, and now this is gonna make it look even more like a pencil. So we are going to start off with pink, and we're just gonna do a burst of pressure and push the icing out and make a nice straight line at the bottom for the eraser, and then we'll smooth it out with the bench scraper. I have to change my battery real quick. It's flashing at me and I don't want the camera to die in the middle of this, so hang on, give me just 1 second. All right, we're good to go. That could have been disastrous. Not really, I just would have gone to switch it anyways, but I'm glad I caught it before it cut me off in the middle of a sentence. So like I said, we're gonna take some pink icing. So I have just some light pink icing here. I just have it in a Ziploc baggie just to, you know, make things real easy. And like I said, I'm just going to do a burst of pressure and turn my cake board here and just do a nice little eraser at the base of the cake. And then we're going to smooth it out with our bench scraper. Well, the camera angle's way down here. Okay, now we're gonna take some gray icing and I'm going to just do a few little lines above this. This is gonna be a little sloppy because it's gonna be the silver part of the eraser, or sometimes it's green, but we're gonna do like a silvery color today. Above the eraser where it connects the eraser and the pencil, so this doesn't have to be perfect, and neither does the pink because we're gonna be going over it with this gray line. So this does not have to be perfect, this little edge here. So don't even worry about that. You don't have to make sharp edges or anything like that. Now we're gonna do the top part of the pencil. So I have like some tannish icing here. Once again, in a Ziploc baggie, I'm just using the rest of my piping icing in Ziploc baggies. So we are going to do the top here, right where it starts to curve in. I'm just gonna do a bunch of tan and then we will smooth it out with my bendy bench scraper, which you can get these on Amazon, by the way. Very cheap, really awesome, super helpful, especially with a cake like this. And then we'll move on to the tip of the pencil, but let's do the wood for now. It's really starting to look like a pencil, thank goodness. Mike really had me worried. Oh, he stresses me out. Okay, so now we're gonna use some black icing and we're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna do a burst of pressure and pipe around until we get to the tippity top, and we'll smooth it out with our bendy bench scraper. Alright you guys, just like that, our pencil cake is finished. I love this cake so much. It's a mini pencil, but it's also huge at the same time, and I think it's absolutely adorable and so much fun and the perfect way to start off the school year. So if you watched my last upload, I used this awesome knife. Nakano sent me one of their most awesome knives ever, and I used it on our last chunky cookie video, and it was so awesome. And I knew I wanted to use it on a very special cake, so I figured this awesome sharp knife is gonna cut beautifully through this super, super, super tall cake, and it is going to work beautifully. I will leave the discount code below in the description box for you guys. You guys can go ahead and shop and use the discount code. It's Frenchies, F-R-E-N-C-H-I-E-S. They were nice enough to give you guys a discount code. I'm not getting paid to say this. I said this last time. I like to clarify that so it doesn't seem like, oh, this is so fake and the knife isn't that good. Like, no, it's a great, great knife and I love it so much and it's very, very pretty. And I don't even have to talk about it on my YouTube video. They just sent it to me and they were like, hey, go ahead and use this. And I love it so much, I've decided to bring it up twice in 2 videos because it's such an awesome knife. So go ahead and check out their website. They have awesome knives, it's so gorgeous. Kitchen supplies, it's just really, really cool. So I'm going to say my goodbyes and then we're going to do an epic cut into this awesome cake. So thank you guys so, so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and hopefully you all have a great school year. And yeah, make sure to like and subscribe and I'll see you on the next one. Have a good rest of your day, everyone. Bye.